stage. We have one more. Sue wants us to leave with the song of knowledge and wisdom. It doesn't matter who you are, if you wear tie-dyes or if you wear flannels, or if you wear Hawaiian shirts, or if you wear t-shirts, or what you do. If you live around here, you gotta watch out for deer, everybody. We all have that in common. A country boy from Illinois, I got a fear of flying. It ain't so much the flights or even the heights. It's more the flights, the heights, and the dying. But I gotta give me and my fiddle to the show. Work I'm doing keeps me moving. I got a long way to travel. It sounds insane to board a plane when all you know is hard road to gravel. Then I recall what my daddy told me long ago. He said you can stick around with your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. Yeah, you can stick around with your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. The day after this song came out, I was reading a story about how a airplane hit a deer on a runway. Crazy. Your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky. After we had that time off, my band and I finally got to hit the road again. So we decided to do a world tour. 3 nights in Michigan and 1 in Wisconsin. And the first 3 nights in Michigan went perfectly. And on the 4th day, we woke up in Benton Harbor, Michigan. And we had to get to Appleton, Wisconsin, which is already a pretty good haul. And we were heading into this thing I'd never been into before. It's called a gale storm. Have you all ever heard of a gale storm? I had never heard of a gale storm at the time. But we had this van. We call the van Barbara Streisand van. We feel like it's a pretty good van name. There's some pretty good ones out there. Vanny DeVito, Vantonio Banderas. But we came up with Barbara Streisand van long before those other bands came up with their van names. And of course, if we were gonna hit a gale storm, it would be while I was driving Barbara Streisand's van. And it started to get really slick. And cars started going into the ditch on each side of us. And in front of us, there was this giant oil tanker. And the oil tanker started to slide. And when it came to a complete stop, It had jackknifed and was blocking the entire interstate. The first thing we did was try to figure out if the driver was okay, and fortunately he was. And the second thing we tried to figure out was how are we getting out of this and to Appleton, Wisconsin. Or this emergency personnel showed up. And they started doing their thing. So I went up to the guy and I said, "Hey, is there any way out of this?" And he said, "No, you boys ain't going anywhere for a while." So we sat in Barbara Strai's van for what felt like forever. And after some time passed, more emergency personnel showed up, and I could tell who was in charge of this emergency personnel. So I went up to him, and I said, "Hey, man, we're in a band." And he said, "Yeah?" And I said, "We sound like John Prine." He's like, "Really?" Not really, I was lying. I said, "Our name of our van is Barbara Strai's van." He said, "That's awesome. Let me check it out." So I knew I had him. So I asked him, I said, "Hey, is there any way out of this?" And he said, "You boys ain't going anywhere for a while." I said, "Come on, man, there's got to be something we could do." And he said, "Unless you think you can drive this thing on the shoulder a half a mile in reverse." Thank you, John T. Weiser. Thank you, Mike and Sue. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We got to that gig 5 minutes early. And the whole time we were backing up a half a mile on that shoulder, everybody was like, "Yeah, you can stick around with your feet on the ground, but there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. 'Cause you can't drink a beer while you're driving down here. You can't hit a deer in the sky." A country boy from Illinois, I used to have a fear of flying. It's great to see y'all have such a nice time. I should probably get going. I got a big day of playing guitar and writing poems tomorrow. Y'all stay cool out there. Thank you.